Welcome back. Hey, have you guys ever had a chess day so bad that you thought about quitting chess? Like I thought about I thought about just taking a vacation from chess after yesterday. I don't think it was because of Halloween. I enjoy Halloween, seeing all the kids in the costumes, stealing my kids' candy after they bring it home. But yeah, yesterday was horrible. Lost every game I played, including this one, which was a 10-minute rapid game. And I think this is the first rapid game that I've lost on time, um, which meant that I was actually pausing and considering my moves. Usually, if I lose before that. Um, but here, uh, this was probably the worst example, or best, as the however the phrase goes. So it's a good example of how badly I did yesterday. My opponent had 10 blunders in this game, and I had 10 blunders in this game, including the final one. And sometimes in games with lots of mistakes, it's the last one that makes all the difference. And that was true here. I started with my London system, and then I saw this fianchetto about to happen. And for the first time ever, move my queen as the second piece. My idea being to do this. Now, something that happened in this game and some of the others is once I had an idea, then I didn't do it. And I can't explain why. Maybe my mind was just off yesterday, and so yeah, I didn't put the bishop over there to ruin the fianchettoing. And then my opponent didn't do the fianchetto. So yeah, like what's the point of moving these two pieces if you're not then going to do that? Did they see my plan and decide not to waste their time? I don't know. Regardless, we fiddled around, getting some pieces out, fighting for control of the center. Um, my first mistake of the game. Here, I can explain this move because a lot of times in the London and in the Queen's Gambit, other games that have these two pawns here, if the bishop hasn't already moved over, which again he may not have because of my plan, when the bishop has not already moved over, it almost always comes here, guarded by the knight. My queen's usually not here, but this time it is, which makes it even worse because now it's not just a check that I can block. Now it's a pin and I lose my queen. And normally what happens, whether the queen's there or not, is when the bishop comes down, you block with the knight, they take the knight, I take with the pawn, and then I have these three weird pawns in a kind of a corner of a square. And I don't know, I just got tired of that happening all the time. So I moved the pawn up. But anyway, fortunately they followed with the mistake, so our evaluation is pretty close to even here. And then they finally fianchettoed on that move, which the computer doesn't like. And I pinned their knight, and then I'm still supposed to move my bishop up. I mean my knight up. Obviously, or perhaps obviously, to protect that. Because of because of this. Because now they're gonna take here and my bishop's not protected. But they took there and I took there. And now they blundered. Because if they had just come back, then they would have been up a piece. But they didn't. So I got a piece. Now we're even on material again. But yep, they blundered. Okay, now here in a second, we go through a series of blunders where both of us blunder a lot. I think it's starting right after this. Is it this where almost every move is a blunder for like 10 moves? Yep, blunder. Whoop. See that? They castle. All the pros and the coaches, chess streamers, they say castle as soon as possible. That's a blunder. Moving your pawn forward toward promotion is a blunder. Moving a queen out of danger is a blunder. I honestly don't know why that is. It would have just been a trade of knights, right? But I didn't do it, so that was a blunder. That was a blunder. Very proud of myself that this was not a blunder. Or that. But then, yep, castling is a blunder. Moving your rook over to keep the knight from promoting. To keep the pawn from promoting. That's a blunder. I didn't even. I'll be honest. I did not go through each of these blunders to find out. Like that's too many in a row. I did not go through and look what I normally do and look at each move and say, oh, this is what I should have done. Now I understand the position. This just like traumatized me. I think from so many of them. Yeah, I maybe should have taken, but I really don't know why. I mean, obviously this isn't great. They're just going to move the rook out of the way, but anyway, that was a blunder. Moving the rook out of danger was a blunder. Yeah, I don't know why. I really don't know why. Oh, at least moving my bishop out of danger was not a blunder. But offering a queen trade, that's a blunder. Taking the queen trade was a blunder. And attacking that knight was a blunder. Okay, that series of blunders is done. It looks like, yeah, I was just a couple of moves ago right here. I was way ahead according to the eval, but after that, yeah, I'm way behind now, and I'm way behind for like 20 moves. We have a lot of trouble here. I'm down by 7, down by 8. Here, I thought of this idea to get rid of that passed pawn, and I did. And I don't know. Okay, yeah, let's just. I'm ahead now, but you can't see the eval bar during the game, so I didn't know I was ahead. I know they're still up a pawn, and now I'm almost 8 ahead, but I didn't know it. I had no idea. Even here, and I guess it's because of this passed pawn. So what should I have done right here? Let's see. Can I turn on this for a second? It says I should have moved it forward. That's what I did, right? Yep, that's what I did. Okay. And now, okay, they also made the best one of the 2 best moves recommended by the. No, see how that keeps changing. Can't make up its mind. But yeah, they did what one of the 2 best computer moves. The idea is they're trying to get behind here, right? I'm gonna turn that off for a second. Yeah, they're trying to get behind the pawn. And all I had to do was this. That's all I had to do. You know what? I could have even blocked, right? Yeah, I could have even blocked to keep the rook off of that square. But I missed both of the computer's best moves. And oh my goodness. Yeah, so they got that pawn. That's the conclusion to that story. And you see here I have 2.5 seconds left. So they moved their king up and I ran out of time. Anyway, if you have days like that, just take comfort in knowing that the rest of us do too. But I hope you don't very often feel as poorly as I felt yesterday. But I didn't quit chess. I'm still going. Maybe later today I'll do a puzzle solving video. Thanks for watching.